I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, as a kid, I always dreamt about like the subscriber plaque, like all this. I can't believe I have it. Like, I'm like, yo, it's always been my dream. What's up? It's Layla, aka Baby Genius, and let's tune in with MTV.
When it goes around, it goes up and down, round and round, not my problem. When it goes around, it goes up and down, round and round, not my problem.
This past year has been so insane. I feel like so many amazing things have happened that I totally didn't anticipate, like being fresh out of high school. It's just been such a crazy year. I feel like I've accomplished so many things I didn't expect, making my first album, putting it out, and yeah, being able to connect with so many people. So yeah, I don't know, 18 was really fun.
Do you want me? Do you wanna love me like that? Like that?
So I was 14 when I officially started making beats, and at that time I had actually written some really good songs that I have to release because I'm like, damn, I was really cooking at 14. But that was like when I was really like, okay, like I saw the potential that I had, but I also was extremely shy at the same time. I don't think I was really ready to put out anything. Like, I'm actually glad that I started releasing music when I did, but that was when I really started, and I was like, okay, like this is good, but I really want to get it even better. I knew I wanted to make music, and that was like my ultimate goal, but I wasn't like by any means like making 100 beats a day. Like, I was just like, whatever, like I could be good at this. But then it was around the time that I made Like That, I had like accumulated a really nice amount of beats that I was like, okay, I'm proud of this. So I started posting them on TikTok. That was when I was like, okay, now I'm ready. But it took me like a while to really like figure out who I am as a producer. And even now, looking back at the music I did put out, like my first mixtape and my first songs, like I'm really proud of everything that I've done. But what I'm making now and like the way that I'm transitioning, like, yo, this is 17-year-old me, like talking like my stuff. Like, I'm really, it's just cool to see like how bold those things were, and like how I was so shy before, and then I was kind of just out there with it, like, and I really admire myself for that. And specifically what I admire about it is that I wasn't thinking about what I was trying to say or who I was trying to be. I was just doing what I wanted. And I feel like now there is that pressure of like, what am I trying to say? Like, what should I write? What should I do? But it's like, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just doing what I was like, no, this is hard. I guess when I'm writing, like, sometimes it'll just come to me. Sometimes I'll just be freestyling stuff, because I just like to sing like around the house, and then sometimes I'll freestyle something and I'm like, oh, that's like really good. Or sometimes I'll think of like a phrase or like words that sound really nice together, and then I'll be like, I want to like try and write something around those words. Sometimes I'm really creative when I first wake up. Sometimes it's like super late at night, but I'll just be in my room coming up with stuff. And then the lighting is really important. So I have like LED like lamp light, whatever. So I like to have it like on purple or like red, but usually purple, because red makes me like sleepy. Like, I feel like I just want to go to sleep with the red lights on. But yeah, purple light and just like really dark. I love that lighting so much that when I started going to the studio, we have this mix of like red and purple light that if you put a red light on one end and the purple on the other, it creates this like beautiful pink color in the center. It's really cool. I like to write. I like writing outside of music in general. Like, I like writing stories, and I love film, and I love things like that. So I just feel like songwriting gives me the chance to sometimes just make something up, But that's like the beauty of it, because songs are for that. They are to tell a story, sometimes your own, sometimes other people's stories. And I feel like what I've been writing now is a lot about my relationship with other people through their stories and like what they're going through. So I'm really excited for my next work, because it's like expanding that storytelling aspect. You don't have to be creative all the time. Like, that's not the point of being like a writer or a creative person. Like, you're not supposed to be constantly churning out songs every single day, because you have to feed yourself too. It's like a car. Like, you can't run on E. So you have to fill yourself up with like movies you like, shows you like, things you like, colors you like, clothes you like, whatever. Somewhere along all of that, it'll inspire you just naturally. You can't really force inspiration, so. Thank you, guys. Okay, next one's called Blackberry, Date for Prom.
You must have lost your mind if you think I'd rather lie with you and be lazy.
I'm actually in the process of building my rituals of like feeding myself, but I'm learning along the way. Like, I feel like I'm really happy because I have like my mom with me and my best friend, so I just kind of like get to talk and hang out with them. They feel like I'm at home, like that helped me feel at home in myself. And also just like working out, like that's just like one of the things I do that kind of helps and like gives me more like clarity. But I don't know, I just feel like every day is a new challenge. But it's also so fun because every time I get on stage, it's the most like blessed, amazing feeling in the world. Like it charges me up like completely. Like their energy is what like fully fuels me. It's so crazy. And like to hear like songs that I wrote, like people like screaming it back, yelling it at me. My problem, that's just not my problem. It's so surreal. Those are just kind of the few things that like really gas me up. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I'm honestly incredibly grateful. I could never imagine that so many people would be singing my songs and come specifically to see me. So I'm really thankful and I'm just happy. I love being able to meet everybody and sign their shirts and talk to everyone.
I've never signed one of these before. You brought it with you. That's so crazy.
Like it's so much fun after the show. Like that genuinely fuels me to like keep doing everything I'm doing. So.
Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
The Not My Problem hotline is honestly one of like the more like special crazy things that I feel like I've done so far, because it was just a random idea and it ended up being so like insane. The last I checked, there was like tens and thousands of messages on the hotline, and I don't know, maybe there are still messages coming in at this point. It's gonna be almost a year that Not My Problem happened. So I really want to do something special to commemorate that, because there are so many like amazing messages. It was really a chance for me to see for the first time how many people really supported and loved my music, especially from a song that literally was a freestyle. When I listen to the song now, I feel like it's just funny to me, but I also love it because it was just saying what I wanted to say and really not caring and not trying too hard to do anything or be anything. And I can't believe it resonated with so many people. That was the part that surprised me, because I was like, damn, I was just trying something new and just, being funny. But yeah, I love that song.
Not my problem, that's just not my problem.
The On the Radar video had just come out. I was home and I like was looking at my phone and I'm refreshing, and I'm like, every time I refresh, it's like 1,000 more people liking, and I'm like, oh, this is like going pretty crazy. And then on TikTok, like by the hour, like it was like 100,000 more views, 100,000 more views. And I'm like, this is insane. I had no idea that was gonna happen at all. And I was really nervous for it to come out, because I was like, I hope people like, I will hope people like what I'm doing. Like, I hope people care about what I gotta say, whatever. And yeah, so super surprising, had no clue, but very thankful. Ooh, I'm gonna say Solange. I could not believe that she even knew that I existed. It was so funny because I showed my sisters that I think she liked one of my posts, and my sister was like, how are you on like the same internet? Like, that's so crazy. Like, how am I existing on the same internet, Solange? But no, I was super, super stoked. Like, I was like, dang, like, I must be doing something right. And Ree, like, that had me like, guys, I'm like, nobody can tell me nothing no more. Like, it's over. The discussions are closed. Like, y'all can't tell me anything. Solange knows who I am. Rihanna knows who I am. SZA knows who I am. Like, bye. Good night, everyone. It's over.
That's not my problem. Problem, not my problem. That's not my problem.
I really, really love Jackie Brown. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Also because I just love Pam Grier. She's Pam Grier. She's everything. She's the moment. But that was 100% the inspiration. I just wanted to portray myself, especially so in the Not My Problem video, I wanted to portray myself as this like super independent businesswoman of the 80s with like my homegirls, and just kind of like, yeah, just like giving it that like super 80s swag and flair. And I feel like, yeah, that makes me feel so happy, because I do see myself as a super like independent person. I feel like I always want to try to do stuff like my way on my own and like get things done. That was totally my inspiration. That's like my life inspo. It's Jackie Brown. that moment, I guess for as a kid, like it was watching Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson Scream video. I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to be this. Like, I need to do this. Like, whatever, however, in whatever, like, way, I'm going to do this with my life. Like, as a little kid, I was obsessed with Michael and Janet, like, obsessed. Like, every video, I was watching all Janet's interviews. I was like, she's just so poised, and she's just so elegant, and she's so talented, and I loved everything that she could do, and how, like, independent she was in everything, and how, like, she just knew what she was doing all the time. It really inspired me. For those that know me, thank you so much for supporting me. I feel like this tour has been so exciting for me to feel all of the online support in real life and have that like transcend and not just be on the internet all the time. So I'm so thankful to anyone who's ever listened to any of my songs and liked it or cared. So that makes me feel really happy. I'm super thankful. And for those who don't know me, I'm Layla. I make beats and write and do a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm gonna be around for a really long time, and I plan to be in this industry and doing cool stuff for a really long time. It's my dream, and I believe in myself, and I feel like I'm pretty good at what I do, and I'm gonna get so much better, and I have so much ideas that I can't wait to share with the world. So I'm just excited, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to hear what I've been working on too.